Hello everyone, my name is Khanh and I'm from IEEE University. First of all, I will summarize some of the things that we have done in this article. It includes introducing previous research, developing a framework for web author identification based on online messages in Vietnamese language. We have conducted several experiments and have some result analysis. Let's talk a little bit about web author identification. This is a part of authorship attribution problem. This is the task of identifying who wrote a given piece of text from a given set of candidate authors. And approaches so this problem can be divided into two main directions. One based on handcrafted features. Approaches for authorship attribution based on features that are manually engineered, like average length of word, the frequency of digit use, the frequency of letter use, and use them to classify text, and other based on learned features. Approaches based on features which are automatically obtained from text with tool. Example: wood, to bag, glove, etc. And in the last 20 years, there has been a great deal of research regarding authorship attribution based on virus dataset and virus method. The language of text used in research is diverse. Most of them are English data, and besides, there are studies using Arabic, Russian, Chinese, Portuguese, and some studies focus on a few local languages like Telugu, Marathi. The task of web author identification can be formulated in words of classical classification tasks. Given a set of messages, set of users, we have the sample data. Our mission is must find a classifier or effective algorithm to detect which user the message MJ belong to, and calculate the probability of authorship for each author to be an author of message MJ. And nothing new here. And what is the difference of Vietnamese language? Vietnamese language goes through a period of complex development, and today Vietnam uses the alphabet based on Latin alphabet. But unlike the English alphabet of 26 letters, the Vietnamese language uses the alphabet of 28 letters as shown in the table below. And Vietnamese is an isolating and monosyllabic language. One Vietnamese word is a set of one or many single words. We have example: industrial language, on student. In English, he student, and Vietnamese language, anh ấy là học sinh. The last word is a combine of two syllables, and it's called the complex word. And Vietnamese is made up of tongues that are written with letter. A word with different tongue will have different pronunciation and different meaning. You can see this is mao, mao, mao. Without tongue, they are the same word, but with tongue, they are different meaning. You can see different meaning and different pronunciation. And we propose a framework for web author identification, include build scrapping tool to build corpus from online user, and pre-processing, delete blank or duplicate message, and feature adjustment, adjust feature from message, and user identification, evaluate power model, and prepare dataset. In this step, we use Selenium and Beautiful Soup, a Python library to process HTML, XML file to build corpus, and this dataset includes a number of messages from 100 users in VnExpress.com. It is the most visited online newspaper in Vietnam. This figure describes message from 10 random users in out of this set. You can see the characteristic of online message is usually short length, concentrated from 14 to 914 character. Each feature can be seen in social network like Twitter or Instagram. And feature adjustment, we adjust from the message. Four types of features include character-based features, word-based features, structural, syntactic feature, in content-specific. The first type of feature includes features related to character, such as total number of characters, frequency of Vietnamese alphabetic character, frequency of non-Vietnamese alphabetic character, and etc. And second type of feature includes features related to word frequency, such as total number of words, total number of complex words. As we said above, Vietnamese includes single words and complex words, and we use the tool called PYVI to calculate this. And total unique words, some measure defined by Yu, Simpson, Sicha, Brun, and Horner, and frequency of Vietnamese function words, and frequency of all card words, etc. And structural syntactic feature include frequency of punctuation and feature related to sentence and paragraph, and etc. And some feature related to content specific. There are frequency of some Vietnamese personal pronouns, time posted, frequency of abbreviation, and total feature includes 215 features. And experiments, we use some classic algorithm to classify SVM, naive Bayes, random forest, and logistic regression. And to evaluate the effectiveness of algorithm, we have set out several tasks to answer the following problem: and the influence of number of users on the algorithm accuracy, effect of the number of messages on algorithm accuracy, and performance of algorithm for different user groups and different text length. We also use ReLEF algorithm to support for feature selection. And the first task, the influence of number of users on the algorithm accuracy. To solve the first task, we selected 30 random users out of a set of 100 users, then took 200 messages each user. And from this dataset, we divided into two subsets, one training set and one testing set with ratio 8:2. And detailed results algorithm described in this figure. On the figure, we can see that all algorithms reduce accuracy when increasing the number of users, and this is understandable. And until the number of users reaches 30, the algorithm accuracy only range from 20 to 40%. And while the random forest, logistic regression, and FVM algorithm keep the accuracy quite good and approximately the same, naive Bayes had the lowest accuracy, down from 90% to applied to user to only about 20% when applied to 30 users. And random forest gives the best accuracy in the most attempt with 4 times. You can see in the figure. A second task, the influence of the number of messages on accuracy of algorithm. At this time, we use 10 authors from datasets, and each author has the same number of messages each attempt, ranging from 25 to 200. And in task 1, we divide into two subsets with ratio to 2, and accuracy tends to increase when increasing quantity of messages, and when the number of messages reach 200, the best accuracy was achieved when using random forest. The last task is performance of algorithm for different user groups and influence of message length. In this task, we selected 30 users from a list of 100 users which satisfy the condition for the number and length of message. Each user has 200 messages, including 100 of short length and 100 messages of medium to long length. And short length is less than 500 characters and long length is more than 500. And we divided into 3 groups. Each group had 10 users, U1, U2, U3, and we can check that an algorithm have a good accuracy for all different groups. And look at the figure, we can clearly see that generally, in most cases, messages with longer lengths will result in more accurate classification. Only in the first attempt, knife bait, when longer length message got the worst result than short message. And in most cases, random forest achieve the highest classification, and it's only in third group, one time logistic regression got the highest accuracy. Conclusions. We have set up 3 tasks, and in most cases, random forest had better performance than other algorithms. And best identification accuracy is achieved for 2 to 5 users and decrease with increasing number of users. An experiment also demonstrated that for longer messages, the classification accuracy is better than the low-length message. But the results we got not high as message in English because we have some difficulties. The first is dataset. We don't have a public dataset. We must create our own dataset, and the data we use is online message in online newspaper, leading similarity of the content of the message. And besides that, Vietnamese language also have many difficulties in handling, such as post-tag, nurse-tag, or grammatical structure. So many things we cannot use to research. But this is only our first and basic approach to try to solve this problem. And next research we will try to improve our model, increase identification accuracy by finding threshold about length, number of appropriate message per author, or try to apply other technique in natural language processing. And thank you for listening.